Hey, what is going on everybody? It is Nolan, or the Optimistic Gamer here, and welcome back to the Optimistic Survival series. We have a very busy episode ahead of us because not only are we going to be applying all armor trim patterns to sets of armor, we are also beginning our preparations for the 1.21 update that is coming out on Thursday. In fact, the next episode that we play will be in the new 1.21 version. So we have a lot of work to get done today, and we are going to start with our armor trims. Now, I did some mining off camera. Unfortunately for us, that does not mean a chest full of diamonds. Instead, it means a chest full of cobbled deep slate and more chestfuls upstairs in our bulk storage area. It does, however, mean a few diamonds. So right in here, we have about 4.5 stacks of diamonds. We need exactly one more stack to have enough to create 5 of all of our armor trims, because I want to do 4 on each piece of armor, so helmet, chest plate, leggings, and boots, and then of course we want to make sure we have an extra one stored away so that we can duplicate it in the future. But the diamonds, we are about a stack short. In fact, I actually went to the ancient city after I got tired of branch mining, and I cleared away thousands of sculk blocks. In fact, that is why I have this diamond hoe here in my inventory with Unbreaking 3, Efficiency 4, Mending, of course, and Fortune. I don't know that Fortune really does anything for the XP, but I was down here for probably a good half hour or so, just removing as much sculk as I could, because, as you know, diamonds have a higher chance of generating where they are not exposed to air, and the sculk, because it is at this Y level, and because it is very easy to break and we don't have an inventory full of items, it makes it ideal for searching for them. However, I only found about a stack to a stack and a half of diamonds down here. Most of what I found came from the branch mine, or we already had them on hand. I did come down here with night vision. That definitely made it a little bit easier. I'm seeing if we could potentially uncover any more around here. But if we take a look in our statistics page and head over to items, times mined sculk is up to about 11,000. Actually, not as much as I thought there would be, but most of that did come from the half hour that I was down there searching for those. But because of the amount of deep slate that I collected from the branch mine, in the Nether, I have continued work on our Nether hub. So now we have this just about fully expanded all the way out to our portal at the world spawn, where our iron farm is. I still need to finish building up these walls right here, but this comes all the way down to over here, and then we will just have a smaller auxiliary tunnel that feeds into this Nether portal right here, where we should see our minecarts. Uh-oh. Well, maybe not. Why are our minecarts not coming through? Okay, there we go. Alright, we are still operational here at the iron farm. Good to see. There we go, that's a little bit better. But this is certainly a lot faster than going up this staircase right here and through the walls up there across and then going all the way through that tunnel. Now we have much more favorable conditions to get to and from the world spawn, and this of course will continue on in other directions as well. And as far as the wither skeleton farm is coming along, I haven't actually been over there in a little while, so I haven't made a whole lot of progress on that, and we won't be returning to that project until after we take a look at most of the 1.21 features, but that's okay, it will give me time to continue spawn proofing that basalt delta. But now we can, first of all, focus on getting a few more diamonds, and second of all, create all of our armor trims. So I will be heading back down to the branch mine for a little while longer, which I can show you the progress that I've made. So of course we have the smaller branches that extend all the way down to this much larger tunnel that goes all the way across. And this side is actually finished, so now I am working towards this tunnel over here, which is also getting very close to being finished. If we fly all the way down here, these tunnels are all dug out. If we continue on, still going all the way to, I think, yes, I did end up finishing, but this tunnel needs to extend just a little bit farther because we have until this deep dark right here, which I did remove all of the shriekers from, so this is safe, but I did have a couple of close calls while I was doing that. It is almost time to expand this branch mine though. I think what I will do though is head back to the trail ruin, bring a beacon down here, I don't know why I didn't do this earlier, and we will set up haste 2. That will mean digging a hole all the way to the top, but that should be manageable. Well, I forgot, we had 2 extra diamond blocks that we didn't need for the beacon here at the trail ruin from that episode, so we now have 18. We are very close now. We just need a little more than a half stack. But I'm trying to figure out the best way to get all of these items back home without having to make too many trips. I filled up all of the spare shulker boxes that I had, which is 4 of them, and I'm not really sure where to go from here aside from home. So I'm gonna do that, bring back a few more empty shulker boxes, and then we can set up the branch mine. So actually, change of plans. I was going around gathering shulker boxes to bring everything back, and I completely forgot that right up here, we have all of our findings from the trail ruins, both of them, and in fact, the armor trims should add up to the amount that we will need. So I don't think we are going to need that extra stack of diamonds, which is great because we can then use those for other things. I did end up bringing everything back over though. I figured I might as well just get that done, but I am not setting up the beacon in the branch mine. I do want to take a screenshot of what we have in that chest and what we have in this chest, just because I like to keep the loot, what we found in each ruin, consistent. That way we can pull all of these out of here and we can return these quantities to these chests at another time when we actually can afford to duplicate all of them once again. So we are going to move these into our armor trims chest, which is right back here, and these were a big number of what we were missing, so this will actually help our counts quite a bit. Look at that, 8 host armor trims. So let me recount everything, figure out how many diamonds we are going to need. We should already have enough, but I just want to double check, and then we will get to work on the armor trims. Okay, much better. So we need 273 diamonds to duplicate all of those, which we have more than enough. So there's 128, 256, and we need 273, so we will need 17 more out of the extra diamonds that we have, and 45 left over. Not bad. And then we will need 1 of each. Well, I might as well just bring all of them so we know how many we need. We want 5 of each armor trim, again 1 for each piece of armor, plus 1 extra. And we can bring these over to the crafting table and we will get to work. So we need some endstone for this one. We will need 1 endstone, and we can duplicate that, and there we go. And we've seen all of this before, so I think we can skip this part. I'm gonna quickly go through here, duplicate all of these, and then we will get them put on the armor. There we go, we now have 5 of every armor trim, and it definitely feels especially good to have 5 of the silence armor trim. So we will return 1 of each of these into the chest, and we will go make our armor. I'm thinking we will do it on iron armor just because it is very cheap. The question then becomes, what resource do we want to trim that iron armor with? We will figure that out here in a second. Right now I need to make 16 sets of iron armor. I guess I have some already. Well, in fact, that is probably our original set in here, so I'm gonna leave that alone. We will just make 16 new sets. Uh-oh. I am only counting 15 armor trims here, which means one of them is missing. Okay, no, we are not missing it. I just misplaced it. I'm assuming it is in here. There it is. It just blended in with the prismarine. It did make me a little nervous there for a second, though. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, we now have 16 sets of iron armor, which is amazing. I just need to make 16 armor stands now. Alright, there we go. We have 16 armor stands, and now the final task is deciding what trim we want to put for each armor. I think how we might actually do this is utilize all of them and have them sort of match with the... maybe have it match with the pattern or something like that, you know, have the redstone trim on the rib armor and maybe copper on all of the trail ruin armors, diamond on the tide, things like that. Or maybe just to have it stand out with the iron, I think we will go with amethyst. I need to go down to the geode and get some more crystals, but I think that would be our best option. Of course, we can always just get a few more diamonds and duplicate a pattern if we want to do something else. So I have plenty of amethyst shards. We are going to grab these shulker boxes, and I think we do this in our smithing table, which is up in our house. But I think it would make a little bit more sense if we put these where we wanted them to be on display, which actually might make a good use out of this building in here. It would either be in there or in here in our storage building. We could line the upper floor with them, but I think I would just rather have them be in this building and give it a little bit more purpose since we relocated our storage out of there. So I'm gonna set something up for the armor trims in here, and then I will meet you all back when it is time to start crafting. Alright, so I went ahead and swapped out the floor for some smooth basalt, and I did calcite. These will be the pedestals for the armor stands, and I chose this because we are applying amethyst to these armor trims, so I figured doing something geode related would be a good fit. So we will line these with all 16 of our armor stands. That is going to be a cool picture once it is finished. And we can start to apply our armor trim. So I'm gonna go grab the smithing table. And we might as well just verify that we still have one of every armor trim, which we do. And we will get to work on this. So I guess I will just do one pattern at a time, and we will do each set of armor. So we will put the template in there, we will put the piece of armor and the pattern. Yeah, I think the purple is a great look for that. And we will just cycle through there. Perfect. And we will hang all of this armor up on the armor stands. I guess we could... oh, I didn't even intend on this. The signs were there just for decoration, but we could even label what trim it is. So for now, I'm just gonna place this right here on the first one. I may rearrange them, I'm not sure yet, but there we go. That is definitely an awesome look. So this is the eye armor trim. So we will do eye right there. And that is one. I'm going to do 15 more of these, and I will meet all of you back here when we have all of the armor trims applied. And we should get an advancement at some point along the way. See all of you very soon. And welcome back. We have just one armor trim left to craft, and it is the silence armor trim. This, of course, will grant us a new challenge advancement once we... I don't remember if it's once we use it on all four, or if we just do it once. And there it is, smithing with style, which is applying the Spire, Snout, Rib, Ward Silence, Vex, Tide, and Wayfinder armor trims. So we have now done all of those. I will finish these up real quick. Boots, leggings, and chest plate. We will get these applied to this armor trim. And we can now step back and take a look at all 16 of our sets of armor. Isn't that something? I am really excited, really happy that we have all 16 of these, especially before the new update, which will add 2 new armor trims. So we will actually be expanding this, hopefully in the next episode, if not the following. I am not sure yet how long the trial chamber is going to take, if we will split that into a 2-part series or not. But for now, we have all of the armor trims, and we can move on from this and focus on preparing for the 1.21 update. Now, you might be sitting there asking yourself, well, what does that mean, preparing for the update? Well, not a whole lot right now, because the update isn't out. But if you've been following along, you will know that one of the new additions is the addition of tough blocks. Now, if we take a look in the tough chest right here, we do have a fair amount of tough, but it is nowhere near the amount of cobblestone or stone or cobbled deep slate that we have. I want to collect a lot of this because I think the tough bricks look absolutely amazing, and we will be building with those. So I think what I will do is head on down to our branch mine, and I will just find these patches of tough, ideally without the gravel, like this large area right here, and I will just get to work on this and collect enough tough so that we can use it for building in the future as soon as that update releases. I'm probably going to fill up these 3 shulker boxes, and then we will move on with other tasks. Well, I think we will call it quits with the amount of tough that I collected. It wasn't 3 shulker boxes full, but it is definitely enough to last us for a little while into the update, and we even have enough that we can utilize our bulk storage. We are going to need our own tough and tough products chest here before long, so let me move these upstairs. And real quick, I want to do something that has been driving me crazy for a little while. That is much better. There we go. That is going to make life so much easier. I've been having to open the inventory to see the silk pickaxe whenever I go to mine the ender chest, so that will be really nice. I also want to name our arrow. We will call this Infinity Arrow. And now whenever we go and kill skeletons, for example, I wonder if there's one nearby anywhere. We do have a zombie right over here in chainmail armor, which I want to take out because chainmail is one of the armors that we want to stock up on. Unfortunately, he did not drop it, but we will need that for our armor trims. But I want to find a skeleton out here. Typical Minecraft fashion that no skeletons spawn anywhere whenever I need them to. Here we go, and now when we kill this skeleton and it drops its arrows, they don't stack into our one single arrow. So now whenever I go to sort the inventory, I just need to get out of all of this heat. So now when we go to sort the inventory, say this is our arrows chest, rather than clicking one down and then putting the rest in, I can just quickly shift click the arrows into the chest. So that will also make life a lot easier. And one last thing to add before we wrap it up for today's episode. The 1.21 update, of course, is adding the trial chamber. Now, I don't really want to fly out thousands and thousands of blocks for that, so I will be trimming the chunks of this world using MCA selector. Obviously, I will make a backup, but we should hopefully be able to find one a lot closer to us, and of course we will go get that from the cartographer in the village when it is time to do so. But everyone, that is where we are leaving it off for this episode of the Optimistic Survival Series, our very last episode in Minecraft 1.20, the version that this series started in. I'm really excited for the update. Definitely stay tuned for that. That is coming on Thursday. I am going to record that episode as soon as possible, as soon as I get access to that update. I will be recording that episode, and I will get that put out as quickly as possible. If you enjoyed today's episode, definitely hit that thumbs up button and make sure you are subscribed. I see you down there. Make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss out on daily content as soon as I publish it. Check the description for some more important information, links, how to contact me, all of that good stuff. And with all of that being said, comment, like, subscribe, remember to stay optimistic, stay tuned for this 1.21 update, and I will see all of you tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Bye.